Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Please like, share and comment. Please subscribe. Thank you to all those who have been supporting. Thank you to all those who leave comments, likes and share my videos. Thank you so much. If you're new here, please subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Leave a comment. Just tell us which country you're listening from. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. It is all appreciated. Now, enjoy the story. Once upon a time, there lived a princess, Princess Adora. Adora was a beautiful and humble girl. People loved her, people liked her. She was kind. You wouldn't know that she was rich. You wouldn't know that her father was the king, because she humbled herself before her people. Now, she had many friends, but one of her good friends was a royal maid. Her name was Obenuju. The princess did not care that Obenuju was a maid. Obenuju was very hardworking, and Princess Adora liked her. Now, Princess Adora was fond of giving Obenuju all her clothes and shoes that she did not want anymore. And Obenuju liked this because the princess' clothes were expensive. Her shoes were expensive. She loved the princess so much and did everything the princess told her. Now, the princess Adora made a new friend. Her name was Chinelo. The princess liked Chinelo immediately because Chinelo had a good voice. Her voice was that of an angel. And one day, as Chinelo was singing, the princess heard her voice and decided to be friends with her from that day on. So she and Chinelo would spend time together. The problem was Chinelo was a very poor girl from a very poor background, while the princess was the princess, rich, wealthy, had everything. But the king and queen did not mind. They knew that Princess Adora's spirit and heart was a calm and humble one. She made friends with anyone and did not care about their status. So they welcomed Chinelo to the kingdom. But the thing was, Princess Adora began to love Chinelo more and more. She would give her her clothes and shoes, and this made Obenuju very, very jealous. What is the meaning of this, eh? All these things that she gives me, now she's giving it to Chinelo. Who is this stupid Chinelo of a girl? I will deal with her. I will show her. Such a wretched and poor person. Now, one day, the princess was having her birthday party, and the king had invited all his subjects to come and spend their day with Adora because everyone in the kingdom loved Adora so much. During this time, because of the many people that came into the palace, the royal bracelet went missing. The queen had requested for the royal bracelet because she wanted to give it to Adora now that she was of age, but no one could find it. Immediately, the king's attention was brought to this, and the king was very upset. Who will come into the palace and steal from them? The whole palace was locked down. All the guards searched all the guests, but no one found anything. Then it was Obenuju. Obenuju said she saw Chinelo take the royal bracelet. By this time, Chinelo had already come to the party and gone back home. But Adora could not believe it. Chinelo is not that kind of person, Papa. Let me go and ask her myself. So Adora went and told Chinelo, "Where is the royal bracelet? Bring it out." But Chinelo said she did not take any bracelet. She did not even see any bracelet. And she left the party immediately. Although she left the party immediately to come home to help her mother, it looked as if she was suspicious. Why leave the party so early? But Chinelo begged and Adora believed her. So Adora went back to the palace and told her father, the king, that Chinelo doesn't have it. But the king did not believe this. He threw Chinelo and her mother into the dungeon, believing that Obenuju was right. Obenuju said she saw them with her own two eyes. They took it. Chinelo and her mother were in prison, crying and crying and crying. Now, because of the item that was stolen, the whole palace, the whole kingdom had heard about the incident. And judgment was required. So the king passed judgment saying that Chinelo and her mother were banished from the kingdom. It was only one of the king's cabinet members that said, Igwe, be careful. Do you want to banish this girl and her mother from the kingdom because of the words of one royal maid? Did anybody else see Chinelo take this? I know Obianuchu, the king said. She has been very loyal to the princess. She will not lie. If Obianuchu said she saw Chinelo take this bracelet, then Chinelo took it. And because of that, Chinelo was banished. Now, once banished, Chinelo and her mother did not have anywhere else to go. They stayed in the forest, sleeping under the rain and under the sun. And Chinelo's mother, who was very old, became sick, and then she died. However, during this time, back in the palace, the king had ordered that the quarters of the royal maids and guards be renovated. He wanted to improve their living conditions. However, during the renovation, one of the workers found the royal bracelet in Obianuju's belongings. Immediately, it was taken to the king, and the king was shocked. He called all his cabinet members, and there Obianuju confessed that she was the one who took the bracelet, that she was jealous of Chinelo. The princess was showering Chinelo with many gifts, many things, and had forgotten her. Now, because of this, the king immediately asked that Obianuju be killed and executed. It was difficult now to find Chinelo and bring her back to the kingdom. Days and months passed, but no one could find Chinelo. The princess Adora was sad. She was sad that she couldn't fight for Chinelo. She knew that Chinelo was innocent, but she didn't know how to prove it. However, one day, when the princess went to take a bath in the stream, she heard Chinelo's voice from the bushes. And when she went closer to the voice, she found Chinelo crying on top of a grave. Chinelo had explained that her mother had died, and she came back to the kingdom to bury her at night when no one would see her. She planned to leave, but she couldn't leave her mother alone. She was still sad. The princess then told her that the king had been looking for her, that Obianuju had confessed. Chinelo was brought back to the palace, and since that day, Chinelo was crowned as a princess herself. She and Adora became sisters.
Amalonye